On the choice of career path, take note that at the base of the career system are the teacher positions, teacher 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A teacher may be promoted to MT1 position. He may choose to be promoted to MT2 or school principal position subject to applicable qualifications and competency requirement and assessment. A teacher pursuing for promotion to Master Teacher 2 shall continue upwards in the classroom teaching career line, while adopting a career as a school principal shall continue upwards in the school administration career line. Switching of career line from classroom teaching to school administration and vice versa shall be allowed, provided that the individual seeking changes in career line meets all the necessary qualifications and expected competencies of the position being applied for in the career line. As earlier mentioned, individuals seeking change in career line meets all the necessary qualifications and, as expected, competencies of the position being applied for in the career line, thus embedding the PPST to the proposed reclassification policy. Now, given those opportunities for career advancement, let us compare the current and proposed progression for teachers. How do teachers really get promoted? So currently, our teachers are promoted by two different modes. The natural vacancy, which the teacher has to wait for vacancy due to resignation, retirement, or death, and the reclassification, which is currently based on credentialism rather than competency-based attainment of academic preparation levels and experience as well as training. Under this proposal, reclassification will be the sole means of promotion. No more natural vacancies, as waiting for a natural vacancy wastes teacher capacity to take on bigger roles in schools. Reclass will allow us and our teachers to maximize potential and capacity. And that teacher will no longer have to compete with one another. They will now have to compete with themselves. They only need to beat at their last performance. And teachers can also get promoted at their own pace based on their achievement of teaching standards. And finally, teachers need not transfer to central school just to get promoted. However, reclassification shall be redefined to align the progression to higher teaching position with the achievement of the PPST indicators. The current policy is based on proxy indicators of competencies and credentialism, such as educational attainment, training hours, and years of experience. The current system assumes that as soon as the teachers acquire higher education, training, and experience, they already embody the desired competencies worthy of promotion. The proposed reclass policy will be based on the achievement of professional standards. So let us try to go over the steps for promotion. As reflected, there is a set of qualification standards for every position to amplify that professional standards are achieved. To become eligible for reclassification, a teacher must satisfy the requirements as presented in the table based on defined career stages. And once teacher applicants meet the QS for the position, they must present their IPCRFs that showcase their proficiency in the indicators as appraised in their performance. And the table specifies the performance requirements for each position. In terms of the selection process, the reclassification criteria here as basis for the selection process is as well redefined. Upon identifying all the eligible applicants from step 1, which is the qualification standards, and step 2, which is on the submission of performance requirements, the eligible applicants shall undergo the selection process to be conducted by the Human Resource Merit Promotion and Selection Board in the school's division offices. The selection criteria is presented, and the HRMPSB shall rank the applicant based on the total score obtained and prepare a teacher for competency reclassification list, which will then be submitted to DBM for approval subject to availability of funds. So as you can see here, all qualified applicants who have been ranked shall be provided with the result of their scores as obtained, and as mentioned, it should be submitted to DBM. The HRMPSB shall submit to the budget officer the comparative assessment result for reclassification, and with the budget cut-off of the SDO, applications who were not accommodated or which were not accommodated in the current fiscal year shall be prioritized in the next budget year. But where are we now in terms of this career progression proposal? In the career progression roadmap, we are still on policy framework, and we have already, as mentioned, drafted the executive order and submitted, even prepared DBM Deped Joint Circular, the qualification standards, and Deped Reclass policy, and onward to phase 1 implementation for 2022.